Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Lisa, and today we're planting in the first greenhouse, and we're going to be planting our tomatoes. So let me show you what I have going so far. As you know, we have our 2 raised beds that we built, and I've covered them with weed fabric that I happen to have. And the bed on the left is smaller, and so what I've done is placed my square foot tool in there. Used the marker, I already marked it, then I marked a line here. There's my second hole, and I went all the way down the line. Now I'm gonna take a 7 or 8 inch pot, make a circle. I'm doing that because I wanna make sure that I get sufficient water down to the roots of the tomatoes. And so I will do that and bring you back. And I know I could have burned holes in these. I don't have to make holes this big, but I decided this is what I'm doing because it's working for me. Okay, so I have all my holes cut, and I wanted them nice and large because I want to be able to water them at the base. I want to have no problem getting them in, and I need to get more garden staples, but there's no wind in here, so they'll be fine. But I will get those, and then let's get started planting. I have the holes dug nice and deep, and sprinkled some Kelzyme in there. That 4th hole is right by the cross brace, so I'm gonna put that one in sideways, which they say is a good thing to do anyway for tomatoes, but I'm gonna get the tomatoes in now. So my shears are scrubbed. Whoops. So I can prune these and get them in real deep. And these are Romas. So I'm going to get all these done. And as you can see, nice and deep. And I will watch for if anything touches the ground, I will trim that off, but I'll bring you back. All right, the tomatoes are in, my turkeys. The tomatoes are in on the left side. And yes, I watered overhead just to give them a good soak. And I'm gonna leave the door open so it dries out some because I'm gonna be now planting on the other bed. So let me cut the holes, get all that done, and I'll bring you back. I came back because I have a bit of a dilemma, but my turkeys are crazy. This bed can technically fit 14 tomatoes according to the square foot gardening. And I've been sitting here off camera pondering, do I really want to do that? Well, I do because I want to maximize space, and I have tons of tomato plants, but I also worry about there being too many per bed. But I Googled it. I went online, I looked at the square foot gardening. I'm doing it. I'm jumping in. So I'm going to use my square foot tool and make 2 rows and cut the holes, and then I'll bring you back, and then we'll get planting the tomatoes. Kind of going with the flow here. But I really do want to maximize space. My goal is to keep them very pruned. They get a lot of airflow, so that's my plan. But what's the worst that can happen? I don't get tomatoes? Well, I've had that before, so let's go for it. Jumping in. All right, so we've got 14 in there, 7 in there, so 21 tomato plants in the greenhouse. And everything is pruned back, which I have to admit darn near killed me because these are the best tomato plants that I have ever grown in my life. But yeah, so I'm going to leave the door open so they get, so they dry up a bit, and then I'll be able to water them, from the base, not overhead, and we'll see how it goes. One thing that I forgot to mention is at the base of each of the tomato plants, and on the top, the white stuff you saw was Kelzyme micronized fertilizer. I had a lot of luck last year with this stuff, so I'm using it again this year and putting it on all my plants that I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Have a great day. Take care.